Okay. So Maharaj, Pratham Prashna, first question is from Sujata Dhara. Pranam Maharaj, Guru Purnima had just passed. If time permits, would you please elaborate the meaning of this famous devotional song, Bhavasagara Tarana, which reveres our gurus? Maybe I will read one or two lines and then you explain. Should I go this way?
Yeah.
Yes. So the first line, Bhavasagara Tarana Karana He.
Rabinandana Bandhana
Rabinandana Bandhana He. Sharanagato Kinkaro Hitamane Gurudeva Daya Karo Dina Jane.
So see that this is a prayer that it says that Bhava Bandhana Khandana. The first thing is that this Bhava, this universe, this world, this creation, that is the bondage. Now, if we are thinking it as a permanent and trying to enjoy this, then what happens? Our mind goes to that and start thinking this is real. And on that way, only me and mine. Just today, I was reading the Uddhava Gita, which I will be recording for the next time. There, the Uddhava is asking how to meditate. And the process of meditation that the Sri Krishna is teaching Uddhava, he is mentioning, look at it. Suppose you are thinking in this way, this world is permanent, then you can never meditate. It is not possible. So you have to withdraw the mind from the objects. But why should I withdraw the mind? Because I know that these objects are all temporary. So obviously, when I'm withdrawing the mind from the objects, and there are 5 objects, and I have 5 the sense organs which are connected with those objects, bringing the information from those, giving to the mind, mind is becoming agitated, and obviously I cannot control the mind. The purpose of controlling the mind. So here the prayer is the Guru, who is the Supreme Lord, who is the God himself, please allow me or bless me so that I can cross the ocean of samsara. So that is the prayer. The whole prayer goes in that way.
Next 2 lines. Hridi Kandaro Tamasha Bhaskara He, Tumi Vishnu Prajapati Shankara He.
Hridi Kandara means inside the mind. That is dark. That means the buddhi. Though in the poetical way it is mentioning Hridi Kandara. Kandara means inside. Hridi is the heart. The inside the heart, it is all dark. That means ignorance. Then that, please enlighten that. Then how to enlighten the heart? By knowledge. What is that knowledge? Then everything that we see in this world is nothing but the consciousness. The different name, different shape, different form, but it's all consciousness. Then when we can understand that, then slowly we can withdraw the mind. Now there are the different type of sweets are there. The different forms, different sizes, different color, different names, but it is all made of sugar only. A person who is careful, he will say, no, different names are there, forms are there. Taste may be a little different, but it is all made of sugar. So by knowing one, I can understand everything. The same way, when I know the consciousness, I can understand all the varieties that I see in this world. Sometimes birds or animals, reptiles, human beings, trees, plants, all are nothing but that consciousness. So when I know that, the heart becomes enlightened, and I can, by that way, O Guru, O Master, O God, please help me.
Parabrahma Paratpara Veda Bhane Gurudeva Daya Karo Dina Jane.
Veda Bhane. Bhane means the Veda teaches. what the Veda is teaching? Para Brahma. What is that? Para Brahma?
Brahma Parat Para.
Parat Para. Para means the highest. Para Brahma is the highest. What is that Brahma? All-pervading consciousness. So who is teaching this? Who is telling this? The Veda. What is the Veda? It is Upanishad. And what is the Upanishad? Is the teachings of the rishis. And these apta vakya, they say in Sanskrit, apta. Apta means the realized soul. It is their words. And then
Manobarano Shashana Ankushohe Narotrano Tare Hari Chakushohe.
Hari, I want to chakshusha. Chakshusha means I want to see myself. So you please control my mind so that I can see the truth. Why I cannot see the truth? Because my mind is taking me to different other objects and diluting. So that is why I have to ankusha. And when they drive the elephant, there is that shot of iron, the small rod, and sometimes they'll be hitting with that on the head of the elephant. So elephant can understand that, and they will listening to the person sitting on the neck of the elephant. So this, the driver of the elephant. So obviously, you also, the mind, which is like the elephant, and sometimes they say matta kari. Kari means the elephant. Matta means the rogue elephant. It is very uncontrollable. So you cannot control it right now. So what you should do, O Guru, O Master, O God, please control my mind so that I can proceed directly towards the God.
Gunagano Parayana Deva Gane Guru Deva Daya Karudina Jane.
The Devata, those who have already are enlightened souls, they are singing the glories of the God. So I like to see that God, I like to meet that God. Oh, the Guru, please help me. One second. Hello? King. Say, জাগতে বলতো না, এটা ওই ফার্স্ট যেটা আমরা দিয়েছিলাম সেটা তো কন্টিনিউ হয়নি, করতে পারিনি, সময় পাইনি। The proud, of course. দেখেছি, হ্যাঁ, ঠিকই আছে। হ্যাঁ, অফকোর্স। ও হ্যাঁ, ওইখানে একটাই শুধু ও যোগাটা হবে কিনা জানি না, কিন্তু নো প্রবলেম, না হলে অন্য কিছু করবো। ঠাকুর কেমন আছে? ঠাকুর ঠিক আছে। Yeah, yes, please.
Next line. Kulo kundali ni ghuma banjaka hai hridi granthi vidarana karaka hai.
Hridi Granthi means the knots, the tie, that what is that? It is a thought only. The thought that is tying me with all these objects of this world. So you can cut this. Hridi Granthi Vidarana. Vidarana means cut asunder. What? The ties. What are the ties? The desires. So that is why, by that way, you please teach me in such a way so that I can understand the futility of this universe. That is the main idea.
Mama manusha chanchala ratra dine Guru Deva Daya Karo Dina Jane.
My mind is constantly chanchala, that is all restless. All the time it is restless. Oh Guru, please help me so that I can control it.
Ripu Shudana Mangala Nayaka hai Sukha Shanti Bara Bhaya Dayaka hai.
Ripu means our the desires and our objects that our sense organs that goes to the sense objects. Our sense organs going to the sense objects, that is the ripu, that is the enemy. So please, God or the Guru, please help me to control this. So the whole song goes in that prayer.
Goes in this way.
It's a prayer only.
Prayer only. অভিমানক প্রভাবক বিমর্দক হে গতিহীন জনে তুমি রক্ষক হে.
So Abhimana means that ego, and Gatihina, those who are doubtful, they do not know what to do. You are the Rakshaka, you are the protector of those also. That is the way they pray. Next.
চিত শঙ্কিত বঞ্চিত ভক্তি জনে গুরুদেব দয়া করো দীন জনে.
So I don't have Shankita Banchita. I am hesitant and I don't have any knowledge. I am the very humble one. Oh God, oh Guru, oh Preceptor, please help me. Again, another prayer.
তব নাম সদা শুভ সাধক হে পতিতাধম মানব পাবক হে.
Your name, the God's name, is always the pure name of God. So that they say, the name of God is always pure. And Patita Adhama. Patita means those who have fallen. Fallen from what? Fallen from that idea that God is everything. And thinking that this world is permanent. And it is separate from other things. So that Pratita, that those who have fallen from that, please help me, O Guru, that my mind should not fall into that level.
মহিমা তব গোচর শুদ্ধ মনে গুরুদেব দয়া করো দীন জনে.
Yes. Now here it shows the Guru means the God. If it is a human Guru, so obviously I can go and I can see, I can talk. No. When the Guru, conception of the Guru means the divine, the God. When the God, and that can be only that we can feel about that in a pure mind. What is a pure mind? You know that those who are studying with me, the pure mind means no attachment or attraction for the worldly things. When the mind is free from the attachment of the worldly things, what are the worldly things? Nama, Rupa, Rasa, Shabda, and Gandha. These are the 5 things only, 5 objects only. When these 5 objects cannot disturb me, so my mind becomes completely detached from that, not associated at all, my mind becomes pure. So that is called purified mind.
জয় সদ্গুরু ঈশ্বর প্রাপক হে ভব রোগ বিগার বিনাশক হে.
Bhava Roga Bina. Bhava Roga means, Bhava means this universe. Bhava means this world. A Roga, what is that Roga? What is the ailments? That I am thinking this world as permanent. I am thinking this world as the only existence. So that is the Roga. That is the problem. So you are the doctor who can help me and cure me out of this. So Bhava Roga. So there are sometimes the God is known as Bhava Roga Vaidya. Vaidya means doctor.
And the last line, Monorohe tabo jano Sri Charane Gurudev daya karo.
This is the final prayer. So even to concentrate, even to keep the mind at the holy feet of God, that also needs the grace of God. So Mono Jana Rahe Tabo Sri Charane. So may my mind be at the holy feet of the God. Oh God, please bless me. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is also mentioning, unless the God is blessing, one cannot even take the name of God. One cannot even take the name of God, repeat the name of God without the blessings of God. And sometimes some of the devotees, they say, I am doing 10,000 japa, 5,000 japa. I really wonder. One lady is there, she's constantly doing 10,000 japa every day and increasing sometimes, occasionally, up to 15,000, up to 20,000. Like it is not a matter of joke. Unless and until the God's grace is there on him or her, you can never even take the name of God. That's why they are praying, may my mind be at the feet of God. Oh God, please bless me. That is also there.
One follow-up question here. So when we do the japa, do you have to always count it, or like 108, or we just keep doing it without counting?
In the beginning, it is better to keep the counting. The mind is very, very deceptive. What the mind will do, so you will do 3-4 times only, but you will feel that you have done 50,000 or 5,000. So obviously it is better to count. That's why the counting has been given, and counting, that is also the tantric way of counting. So the mind is alert, or otherwise, the moment you are sitting and withdrawing the mind from the other activities, so what happens? It becomes calm, and the calm mind goes to sleep. So that is also another problem. So they say nidra is one of the what's called the bandhana for meditation. So the one should not go into sleep while meditating. There must be the alert. To keep the mind alert, this is the way we can do. That is the.
Next question from Adda Sharan Shina. The question is in two parts. So in the course of our daily sadhana, we sometimes feel ups and downs in the intensity of sadhana. This often leads to questioning ourselves if any progress is being made, how to resolve this condition. And the second part is the self-assessment of sadhana an important step? And if so, how to be objective about the process so that we do not become delusional?
The Adhyasharan, your question is very good question. See, that first and foremost thing is you have to be determined. I am going to do it whether I am successful or not. So that is the way. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, if you have read the gospel or the biography, he always said, and through different analogies, through different stories and parables, that he said that there were that there was a drought, no rain. So naturally the cultivators, they were thinking what will happen. Then ultimately they decided that we have to go to the river, and from there we have to make a small channel, and that should be connected with our field. And the water will come from the river to the field. So both the cultivators, they went over there and they started digging. Halfway they came. It was almost the lunchtime. So their wives brought the food to the field, and one said, okay, since you have brought the food, let me eat it. So he washed his hands, sat under a tree, then ate that, and he started feeling tiredness. He spreaded his towel that he was having, and then slept, and it became the dirt, so he had to get up and come back to. He couldn't complete the job. The other one who was digging, his wife also brought the food and asked him to, and very roughly she told, hey, what is it? Are you mad working like this? So eat and then take little rest, and then afterwards you can go. This man was determined. So he also shouted back at his wife and told, what way you are thinking? We don't have any money and no food. What our children will eat? So go away. Don't be here. Don't disturb my mind. Unless and until I take the water and to my field, I am not going to take any food or drink any water. And he really diligently, in one mind, the way he did that. And when sun was setting, he saw the water is flowing from the river to his parts the field, and slowly the field is get covered with the water. With a great satisfaction, he went back and he bathed and he asked his wife to bring the food. So that is the way Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna gives this analogy, this story, that once we have taken the name of God, whether my mind wants it or not, whether it is disturbed or not, I am going to repeat the name of God. I have given the word to my Guru that I will repeat the name. I will do that. Result, we will see afterwards whatever happens. So this you must. This is your first part of your question. What was the second one? So, you are muted, Animesh.
The second part is self-assessment of sadhana an important step? And if so, how to be objective about that process so we do not become delusional?
Very good. Self-assessment. Now the sadhana means, what is the sadhana? I like to get disconnected with the attraction of the world. But that is so difficult because that is inside the mind. And I cannot hold my mind, and no one can help me. I cannot touch my mind. It is so subtle. And the same mind I have to purify, I have to detach. So obviously, it is a really most difficult job. First thing. Second, how I will know that I am proceeding towards the goal? Swami Ranganathananda ji, he was very repeatedly used to say, you must take accounts every evening before you're going to bed. Am I a better man today? He used to say. Am I a better man today? That means I have to check whether I have become unselfish. Can I pray for others? Can I really feel the sufferings of others? I always think about myself and my family and my kith and kin. And am I really thinking about others? Is it possible? So the more you are thinking in that way, the more you are purifying your mind. So that is the main thing. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Maharaj. The next question from Ratan Majumdar. Where is the existence of sadhaka who progressed in the path of spirituality and attained siddhi? And where is the existence of sadhaka who attained moksha?
Siddhi is nothing but some supernatural power. That is called siddhi. But if you mean the Bengali word siddhi means success. And if you mean by the siddhi, the success, then it is okay, the same thing, the God realization. But if it is the siddhi means the supernatural power, that usually in the yoga it is there, then of course it is completely different. One is moksha, is going beyond the circle of birth and death. And that is for completely in this whole, the yuga, he is going to be liberated. That is one thing. And second is only successful of some time and then again come down, again start the game and suffer or enjoy a little. So it goes on. So our mind should be completely clear about one thing, that we are in reality gods. Why? From the Vedantic point of view. We are gods because there is no other option but to become God. The God has created us. And God has created out of his own. There was a material and the intellectual cause, that is God only. The God only is having that. If it is so, obviously we are also made of God. And what is that God? God is existence, knowledge, and bliss. This way only we can express. So when you talk about the dualistic God, so that is a different. Dualistic God is a different way, because it is the Vishnu, the Ganesha, the Kartikeya, then the Durga, a different the qualities are there. But when we talk about the God in just in a Vedantic way, it will be the Sat Chit Ananda Sarupa. Vedanta means Advaita Vedanta. Then Sat Chit Sarupa, what is that? Sat means existence, Chit is the knowledge, and Ananda, the bliss. Now look at us. It's called the effect cause. This is the relation. The effect is human being. What the human being wants? They always want to be happy. No one wants the suffering. If we want the happiness, how it is, it has come to us, must be the creator who has created us is the source of happiness. So from that only it has. So cause and the effect. If the cause is sugar, the effect will be the sweet. The cause is happiness, so effect is also the desire to get the happiness. So human being is not at all satisfied in whatever may be the situation, always dissatisfaction, because we have to go back to the original source, that is God. Sat, Chit, and Anand. What is the Sat? Existence. No one wants to die. But from that, desire came. Why this? So that is again our source. And we want to know. We want to know everything. But from that characteristics came from the source. So that proves Sat Chit Ananda Sarupa. That is the God. Now, when we are going back to that, what will happen? Ultimately, it is only Ananda. It's so much joy. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna again. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioned. You cannot imagine the joy. Those of you who are practicing meditation, when the mind, sometimes, someday, suddenly the mind becomes very calm. And when you get up from the meditation that day, you feel, oh, there's so much of joy. That is again. Another thing, I will take one more minute. So when we go to sleep, we forget our body. So there are three stages: Jagrat, Sapna, Sushupti. Again, from the point of view of the Advaita Vedanta. The Jagrat means we are at this moment. We have a body, we have a mind, we are aware. And then when we sleep, the body, we leave. We forget about the body. But still we are dreaming and living and enjoying or suffering. In the dream world, another activities, different type of activities goes on. The same effect as in the Jagrat. And third stage is there. Every one of us, we are aware, we know, that is called dreamless sleep. And when the dreamless sleep stage, there is no mind because we are not dreaming. There is no body consciousness. And what remains? That proves that there is consciousness which is beyond the body, beyond the mind, some substratum, something which is consciousness. And what happened? When you go to that third level and come back, each and every one reports that we were so happy, and I get up from the sleep completely happy because I didn't see even the dream. The dreamless sleep gives us happiness, the joy. That means the touch of consciousness gives us happiness. So that is why the Vedanta, they say in the Upanishad, it says, Anandeva khalu imani bhutani jayante. Ananda is the source. So everything, bhutani, all these beings, they have come out of Ananda. So we like to go back to Ananda. So what is God realization? Pure Ananda, without waiting for any object of this world. Whether somebody is appreciating, I get some joy. I am successful in some endeavor, I get some joy. But that is nothing like that. And the joy from within it comes. And that is the way we can understand this. Okay. Anything else?
Whereas the next question is from our little Shukanna, Shumanda's daughter. So she is asking, how can two avatars of Vishnu, Ram and Parashuram, be present in the same yuga?
That is Rama and Parashurama. So the Parashurama, his power was not as maximum as Rama. But that's a God is manifesting. So have you noticed that though she has asked this question, but it is really to ponder, to question, to understand, to ponder the main thing. What is the object of an avatar? To establish dharma. So what was the imbalance at the time of Parashurama? The kings were becoming powerful than the Brahmanas. What the Brahmanas? The Brahmanas were the thinking, or we can say think tank nowadays. So these people, these kings or the Kshatriyas, some of them, they were not liking that control. They wanted to destroy them, the Brahmanas. Parashurama, a part of God, he came to punish those kings. So sometimes we go emotionally that he killed all the Kshatriyas 21 times. No, he fought with 21 kings, and these 21 kings were those who were not liking to be controlled by the Brahmanas. Now, today, as some leader, they don't like to be controlled by the Supreme Court. There's a balance should be there, and a power balance should be there. Though the President of America has all power, but there is a balance. There is the Senate is there, then the others are there, and they will be controlling. Then suddenly that person, he thinks, oh, I should destroy the whole world. Let me go and send out all. He can do. Sometimes it happened also. The man is so much powerful. Anyone just asking, sir, why have you done this? Immediately put him in the jail or kill him. It happens. The tyrannical, the rulers, they come. So who will control? To control, there will be a Supreme Court who are completely separate. And from there, they will be observing the activities. They will come and tell the king, you cannot do like this, should not do like this. It is causing suffering. So those Brahmanas were acting as a Supreme Court. If you think in this way, it becomes very easy to understand. Now, some of the kings, 21 of them, they were not listening. They were violating the rule of those times. Now this God came with the supreme power, Parashurama, and he punished them. Now this Parashurama used to live very close to the Rama's father. What is the name of the Rama's father? Dasaratha. So this Dasaratha, he was also a Kshatriya. Why he didn't kill Dasaratha? And also, this our Sita's father, Janaka, he was also the Kshatriya. Why? He has not killed Janaka. But that proves those who were good, those who were maintaining the rules, they were not punished. In the modern times, some of the rulers, they are becoming the way they are ruling, it is becoming causing the suffering for the people. The international body going over there and controlling them. The same way as the God's power come, manifest through one person and controlling, we call avatara. Avatara's main duty is to keep the human society on the track so that not only they are living and making the progress, at the same time they can understand the truth that if you want to get the complete joy, happiness, you have to go back to the source, which is yourself. So that is the ultimate. Sri Ramchandra came, he was punishing also. Sri Krishna came, he was also chastising the kings, those who were violating. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, when he came, the scenario has completely changed. It was not the kings or the Brahmanas, it was the intellect of the human psychology. So he started giving a different type of advices. That is, all paths are leading to the same goal. And if you don't think in this way, there will be clashes, there will be suffering, there will be bloodshed, which is now happening in our country, in one of the states. So this is the way it goes. We have to be very careful.
One follow-up question. Sure, I think Shukarna was just trying to ask that. So we have a notion like in every yuga, every Shatta, Dapar, Treta, Kali should have only one avatar, or there can be more than one avatar if it is needed. I mean, that's what Siyaz, I think, trying to allude to.
Right. See, there may be when you know that in the Ramayana, when that Parashurama met Sri Rama, immediately he understood that his duty is over. And he said that now I go away, it is your duty to fulfill the mission of God. And it has been described in such a way that as if the Sri Rama took away all the power from the Parashurama, and Parashurama became calm and then he left. Nothing like that. Actually, this is the purpose. He understood that this up to this me. And you can see that the same type of thing in the Christian history also. And there was the John the Baptist. He was also trying to tell what the Jesus mentioned afterwards. And he understood that someone more powerful than me will come for this purpose. And when he found Jesus, he understood my mission is over. Up to this, my duty, and he leaves that and gives to the. So it may be that they are meeting two avatars, three avatars, at the power of God manifesting through human form. So that is avatara, the divine avatara. The manifestation of power may be 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. So that is the way it goes. Thank you.
Thank you. So the last question from Vishmita. Unknowingly, certain desire creeps into the mind while we are engaged in worldly things. What are the method of practice so that we can be reminded every moment to stay detached from the worldly things?
So that is the answer is Sadhu Sangha. The Sadhu Sangha is the only answer. And what is the Sadhu Sangha? And that is why they prescribed that the householder should always practice the 5 things. They call it Pancha Mahayagya. What are the Pancha Mahayagya? The first thing, the morning you get up, to begin your day, you must remember God. And that is the first yajna. And the second yajna, you must remember the rishis. How you will remember the rishis? You must read some of the scriptures. And when you are reading the scriptures, this type of constantly, you will be alert about the futility of the worldly things, and the important thing of your life is not to be involved too much on this. Whatever the responsibility that you have taken as a father, as a mother, as an administrator, as a doctor, as a teacher, and then whatever profession and whatever the way, that duty I must perform, but I know that much I can do, not further. So that is my duty, I'll do. So that is possible when you are having the Sadhu Sangha, means reading the scripture. That is the second duty of the householder. Third, remembering and to be grateful to the ancestors. Fourth, the beings, the human being all around you, some are more successful than you and some are not. And those who are unfortunate one suffering, so you should pray for them and if possible, help them with some material things. So that is the fourth one. And the last and the fifth, think about the birds, the reptiles, and the animals, because they are also part of the creation. So these are the 5 Mahayajnas. The Deva Yajna, Rishi Yajna, Pitri Yajna, Nri Yajna, and Bhuta Yajna. Yajna means, I always say, that yajna means any action that you do for the betterment of others without expecting any return. That is called yajna. If you do that, read the scripture, listen to the talks, that guides you, helps you. Because sometimes, some people, they are very good speaker. And when you listen to them, as because they have the command over the language, they will be mesmerizing, but doesn't keep the, help you to learn anything. That's a sort of an entertainment. So you go to see the game and you're entertained. You go to the movie, you are entertained. The musical performance, you are entertained. Or like that, you are listening to the talk and you are entertained. No, not like that. You should go and listen, and then finally you should judge. Oh, these are the teachings that I can follow. And it is possible within my limit, and follow that. And that which is not hurting others or creating problems for others. That is. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. We'll finish with the mantra, Shanti mantra.
Shanti, huh? 3 Shanti, 3 times you will say Shanti, Shanti, and Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu. Okay. Thank you.
Maharaj, এই পর্যন্ত আজকে, next month.
Oh, next month, yeah.
Thank you.
আচ্ছা,
ভালো থাকবেন মহারাজ।
আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ, সুমন তোমার ক্যামেরাটা একটু ঘোরা, ওকে দেখি। হ্যাঁ, তো নমস্কার। অনিমেষের ছেলেটা, চিনতে পারছো কিনা? এই কোন ক্লাসে উঠলো?
মহারাজ 1
এখনো উঠেনি মহারাজ।
হবে
না, এই যে
হবে আর কি।
সুকন্যা কোন ক্লাস হলো? 5.
My God.
5.
5. Bah, very good. Rishikesh and Adyasaran. Bah. Okay then. Okay.
প্রণাম।
ভালো থাকবেন মহারাজ।
Okay.
প্রণাম মহারাজ।